So for anyone looking for a camera that's easy to install, and when I say easy, I mean easy. So no wires to install, no power, no network. All you need to do is mount this on the wall and you're good to go. So this is a solar powered camera. This is from Soliom. This is the S60 1080p camera, and it is a cool concept, guys. Want to thoroughly test it for you just to see how it works. So let's go over some of the specifications. So of course this is a solar powered camera, guys, powered by the sun. So what you need to do is mount this somewhere where it can get some sunlight throughout the day. This is IP66 weather resistant, so it is water resistant and it can withstand temperature from 4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way to 140 degrees. It does have 3 PIR radar and motion sensors. It has built-in sensors, and the radar sensors, one trigger, this will send the alert to your phone or mobile device, and it will also record a short video clip to your SD card if you do have one inserted. It does have night vision and two-way radio, so you can go ahead and talk from your app to the camera and people can actually hear you and respond back. The Starlight IR image sensor can support the max distance up to 33 feet in nighttime. So as far as the device itself, let's go ahead and take a look. So there's the camera itself, and let's see what else is in the box. So here's a quick start guide or the user's manual. Tells you everything you need to know about the system, guys. Definitely recommend go ahead and reading this thoroughly before you hook it up. Tells you how to set it up in the application, just detailed instructions of how to get you up and running. It also comes with a Phillips screwdriver, and basically these solar panels are removable. So if you look on the side, so you have one right here underneath. Let's have another one right here. And if you guys are mounting this indoor or something like that, you probably don't need it. But to me, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting a solar powered camera. But screwdriver is here if you guys decided to remove the panels. You also have this pin, and this is the reset. I'll show you where that hole is, the reset button is in a little bit. You do have a rubber stopper, and this goes right here. If that one was to be damaged or lost, you do have a replacement. You have a sticker. So put this in your window, let everyone know that you're protected. Option to leave them a review. Thank you for your order. It also comes with a USB cable. This is a micro USB, so this does have a charge port, and you will need to go ahead and charge this fully before you go ahead and set it up. It also comes with screws and anchors, so depending on what surface you're mounting this on, if it's drywall, you will need the anchors. If it's wood, you'll just need the screws. And last but not least, it comes with the mount to go on the side of your building. So 3 holes, screw the camera in here, and you're all set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the camera. And so this thing looks like a spaceship. I love the design. Let's go ahead and rip the plastic off. Of course, the panels are right here on top. This is basically nothing. There's no buttons here. Maybe it's the design or maybe it's something else, but this hump right here serves no purpose. In the front, you have your lens right here, of course. To the left, you do have your status indicators, pairing, battery, whatever the case is, this will be right here. To the right, you do have your light sensor. So basically tells you when it's dark, so it go ahead and switches to night mode automatically. In the middle, you do have 2 rows of IR sensors or IR blasters, and this will basically illuminate that dark area once it goes into light mode. Further down, you do have your PIR sensor. It does have a QR code right here where you can go ahead and set this up, which is why I do have my finger on it. But this is your mount right here, so this will screw on to the actual bracket. You do have your speaker, and this part right here lifts up, and within here you do have a slot for your SD card. Also you have a charging port, and also you do have the reset pin right here. So this is essentially where you go ahead and push the pin in if you want to reset the camera. This button right here is the power button. All you have to do is double tap it and it will go ahead and start up. They also have a cloud storage solution, which is completely free, so that's a big plus in my opinion. So here's the app, and before I go ahead and set it up, just note that this only works on a 2.4 gigahertz network. So you need to make sure that your device, your phone, is connected to 2.4 gigahertz before you go ahead and set it up. Once you're confirmed to be on the 2.4 gigahertz network, we're going to go ahead and pick it up. And we're just going to go ahead and double tap the power button on the bottom. All right. So there it is. The camera is now ready to begin pairing. It is flashing blue, so let's go ahead and launch the application. You do have a couple options here. You can set up device, so set up a new device, relocate an existing device or network. You can scan the QR code, add device shared by friends. You can go ahead and add devices shared by friends, and you can scan code to add new 4G device. So I'm just going to set up right there. Power on. All right. LEDs blinking. We hear it talking to us. I'm gonna click yes. There's my network. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my Wi-Fi password. All right, so setting up right now, 13%. All right, so detected it, and it's just finishing the setup. Just gonna give mine a name. It looks like we're all ready to go. Got the camera all set up, mounted the camera. Let's go ahead and check out the application as well as the video feed. So here we are. Here's a live video. Below you can see there's a timeline. I tried playing with this, but it doesn't seem like it goes back. It seemed like it should be able to go back and kind of just go back to a certain time by simply scrolling it, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So that's something I'll need to maybe check up on. Maybe it's only available in SD mode or something like that. But as for now, moving back in time while swiping seem like it's not fully functional. So to the right, you can see that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, and also you can see the battery indicator. Now look at the battery indicator, guys. It does have the symbol that it is charging, even though it's not currently in direct sunlight. So that's very important for me, for a lot of people that don't have that luxury of having it in direct sunlight all throughout the day. Before that, you can see the user account. You can see that one person is logged in. Above that, you can switch it between standard definition and HD. When you click on HD, you will see the 1080p symbol in the top right of this video. So from here, guys, you can go ahead and zoom in and out. Pretty cool. And you can go ahead and go to full screen. So full screen will look the same. You tap on the screen, it'll go completely full, and it looks amazing. Now within full screen, as well as the minimized view, you do have a couple options on the bottom. You can take a quick snapshot. You can talk, so press on the microphone. Now I'm talking to whoever's outside. Or you can start recording live video. Moving further down, you do have the option to see your recordings as well as your photos. So click on album. You can see I have a couple things that I previously recorded. If you hit the switch button, it gives you a quick zoom. Do have cruise mode. I don't think that's compatible with this particular camera. To my understanding, cruise mode is basically for PTZ cameras that kind of moves from side to side, just scanning the area. So even though that's built into the application, I don't think it's compatible with this particular camera. You do have the voice, and this is basically just muting the audio on the system. So over to the settings. So you have a lot of different options here, guys. So top, you can see that SD card is not currently inserted. Click on orientation. You do have normal mode. You can rotate it, you can mirror it. Environment, set to normal, but you can have night, highlight, dynamic, and you also have the option for backlight compensation. So that's a couple settings that you probably want to play with. PIR detection, if you guys don't know what PIR is, basically short for passive infrared sensor. Basically it's your motion sensor. So when something goes in the field of view, it will give you an alert on your system. You have the active time set to 15 seconds. You have your power frequency, so you can set it to 60 or 50 hertz. LED, went ahead and disable it, but it's up to personal preference. You do have your device name and password. You can go ahead and change it, update it, whatever the case is. You can share your QR code. So if you want to share your camera with someone else, you can go ahead and do so. Below that, it shows you the basic information, the name of the camera, the ID, the model, firmware version, the vendor, and give the option to check for updates. So if you hit for check for update, you can see that my device is currently up to date. So one more thing I wanted to show you guys, let me just back out a little bit more. So this is the main screen that you'll see when you log in, guys. You do have information up top, and it just basically tells you the version of the app, but also it does have a setting. So if you hit settings right here, you can see you have the push mode, and you also have share QR code. So same thing that we saw in the other settings is to share your QR code. However, the push mode, and it gives you a couple options. So this is basically what's going to happen when it detects motion. So silence, you don't want anything to happen. You do have notification, which I have it set, and you do have calling. Calling is going to get annoying, guys. It's basically going to call your phone. You're going to hear the ringtone just when it detects motion. So how I have it now, you get a quick chime on your phone. If you're available, you can tune in the view, but like I said before, it doesn't start recording automatically, so unless you do have an SD card in your system. So if it does alert you and you want to see what's going on, you might have to go ahead and just tune in and start recording manually. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the night vision. So here we are, guys. It is in 1080p, as you can see here. We can go ahead and switch it to full screen, and all you have to do is tap the screen. That will essentially go away, and you can see a live view of what's going on outside. So it looks pretty good. As you can see on the left side of the screen, that's another camera basically blasting the IR, so that helps with the light a little bit, but this also does have a clear picture. Let's go back. Of course, you can take a snapshot. You can start a manual record as well, and you can go ahead and talk to the speaker. So all you have to do is click on it. Hey, who are you? And you can kind of hear a little bit of feedback, but that will probably come in handy if you just wanted to have a quick conversation with somebody. It's at your house, or just play with the kids, or whatever the case is. So one thing that I am impressed with, guys, is that the battery hasn't moved. I set this camera up essentially around 7 o'clock. It's almost 12:30 right now, and you can see it's still at 100%. And so that's very comforting, just to know that if you didn't have sun, or you had, you know, a couple days without sun, you will still be covered. So that's it for this overview. This is a Soliom S60. This is a 1080p wireless solar power camera. This is an awesome buy, especially if you don't like getting your hands dirty, you don't like drilling holes, running cords. This is one of the coolest cameras that I reviewed so far. So big shout out to Soliom for sending this out to me to review. I will be leaving a link in the description where you can pick it up. It is on Amazon for $139, and if you guys have any questions about this, please drop them in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.